Alright guys, a little talking stuff. Thought we'd do a quick diesel update on the channel in between the other things. So it's right here. I still own it. And
Chris still owns a car.
we're all done with insurance and the Tesla driver guy. So I'm not exactly sure where we left off, so I'm just going to recap the whole story, start to finish. So this is my 2009 335D. It's a sport package car, premium package car, cold weather package car. So it's cool. It's got two-tone sport interior, sunshades, heated steering wheel, these cool 18-inch wheels. Super cool car. This car was up for sale for $5,000 or trade. The guy who owned it, we've kind of become acquaintances now. His name's Alex. He thought it needed a turbo, and that's why it wasn't driving quite as well as it was. This is a tuned and deleted 335D M57 diesel. So, but he did it himself because there was a EGR cooler failure. He neglected to remove the cat, or the secondary cat, whatever, the cat that's under the middle of the car. So what had happened is, because now it was deleted, there wasn't a DPF, a diesel particulate filter. It had plugged the front of the catalytic converter and was causing really poor exhaust flow, and made it slow down immensely. So I was like, oh, there's a cat in there. Let me cut that off and scrap that. This car shouldn't have any cats, per the delete. And then it ran good. So we fixed it there. There was still some weird thing. It had a stutter, and it seemed like cylinder 5 needed an injector. I ended up just dropping it off at Zach's and just saying, hey, do everything, like, let's make this thing nice. So he replaced number 5, and also number 4 had been put in with injector, put in with like out a washer, and it was shooting gas, like exhaust combustion gases, like right back up into the head. So if that had split all the way apart, that the nut that holds it on, cars would have gone up in flames. So it's kind of lucky that it went when it did. Zach did that, replaced every vacuum line, a few oil lines, and some other things that just pretty much just got it good to go. To the tune of, with our friendly discount, I still paid about $2,500 in service to Zach. So I'm investing in this thing. Oh, and how I got the car, I ended up giving the guy $2,500 cash in an E36 325i, which he still has, and wants to wide body and make it a turbo drift car and stuff. So it's gonna be pretty cool. Then we get to the bad parts. I picked up the car at night, like after work hours, so 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, I don't know. Hung out with Zach, drove it home that night. On the way to work in the morning, on my regular commute, I ran into an angry elderly Tesla driver who decided that I was going too slow and he needed to pass me on the right while I was passing other people, misjudged a gap, and slammed me into the Jersey barrier, hit my passenger side, slammed me in the driver's side. Here's a video describing, when that happened more in depth. Anyway, he then tried to run. I chased him, got his plate number, filed a police report. Police weren't any help, put it on some local Facebook groups, and things started to happen. And he ended up turning himself in. I got all his info, and then it became the fight with USAA. I complained of some rib pain, as you do, so I got $1,000 for my pain and suffering. I didn't really want to take it too far, so $1,000 was cool. Then we came to the car value, which became an issue. I don't know if you guys know about these cars. They're fairly rare. This is the only time that BMW put a 6-cylinder diesel in a 3 Series ever. And they only made this car 2009, 10, and 11. That was it. So there's not a whole lot of them out there. And yeah, the cheapest ones are like 10 grand. They don't have sport package. They don't have like the other things that I have. There wasn't any for sale with a sport package. And USAA was the insurance company I was dealing with, his insurance company, and they're just doing their job to pay out as little as possible. But they kept finding comparable cars for like $10,500 to $12,500, and then somehow with options and features they were making my car worth $7,000. And I couldn't figure that out because the only thing my car doesn't have is iDrive, which I am really excited that it doesn't have iDrive because I don't have a thing. It just warns me of stupid shit all the time, and a screen that I have to go to. I have like a regular radio, I have a regular dash. It's amazing it doesn't have iDrive. So they put my car that was in great condition, like everything. So it took many, many weeks of me calling all of the time and fighting them, and I wanted to keep the car because it was deleted, and I just put all the money. I knew it was a good one. I didn't want to just take a check and move on. I wanted to keep this exact one. So, well, I should say, because of COVID, they don't actually come out and look at cars. So they decided it was totaled just from the pictures that I sent. And I'll tell you what I've done so far to fix this car and how it really shouldn't have been totaled. But that doesn't really matter to me. So finally, after about 4 weeks of me telling them from the beginning that I would accept $8,000 and the car, they finally offered me $8,300 and the car. So I don't know why they then offered me more money than I was asking for, but they did, and I took it. That was after I started threatening that I would charge them for the tow and for the storage at $100 a day while it sat on my lot while they weren't getting it done. And then all of a sudden the next day they got it done. So remember that. But then I started taking a good look at it. I had to go get a salvage title, so now it has a salvage title. I haven't gone through the rebuilt process yet. There's some things I need to do, which we're going to do some things today. But all I did was, so far, it was replace a lower control arm and put a new tire on the existing wheel that was destroyed. And it has a slow leak in it. It leaks out after about 3 or 4 weeks. It gets this low right now. Yeah, you don't really need to look at it. It's the low tire. But so far, that's all I've done. It does have a lot of camber on this wheel, and the alignment is off. So talking with Zach, we're summarizing that if you remember in this clip, when I was trying to get it off the trailer, it kept hanging up on my trailer because the wheel didn't have any tire on it and it was like bending out. I think right then I bent the strut. So we're going to put a new strut on it today, look and see at some other things, and see if we can get it a little bit more streetable. So rebuilt process in Colorado, you can't drive a salvage title car on the road. So it has to go through the rebuilt process, and pretty much that is it just gets inspected by the Highway Patrol to make sure it's a road going vehicle. Things I need to do, I probably don't need to do anything else body wise because they don't really care if your car's wrecked. It just needs to be like mechanically sound. But in Colorado you can't have a cracked windshield, so this didn't happen in the accident, but either way I have to fix this to make it go through the process. And then somewhere in the door frame, like right around here somewhere, I actually have to stamp into it that says rebuilt from salvage, which is kind of lame, but whatever. I don't care. I don't plan to sell this car. It's fast, it drives good, it's comfortable, has good options, and it gets amazing MPGs. So with fuel prices being through the roof and diesel at the moment being cheaper than gas, I just kind of just want to drive this as an everyday car. So let's get on the lift. I actually have it when I replaced the control arm out in the dirt outside. So it hasn't been on the lift since the accident, so we can see actually everything that's going on. And then we got our new Bilstein right here to throw in, and then...
Is that a strut assembly or just the strut?
It's just the strut, so we got to do some spring compressing and whatnot. Shouldn't be too hard. This is a sport model, so the spring is a little bit smaller. So
you're just going to pop it off, huh?
Yeah, but for the install part, it should be a little bit easier. We'll see. We might have to use spring compressors. We got them. Yeah, but let's get on the lift. All right, she's in there, guys. Just looking at her. She seems pretty all right. It's been leaving a slight puddle in my driveway, and I'm thinking we might have a rear main leak. We got oil just right here, but everything else is dry. Oh, never mind, there's a shitload of stuff over here.
Nice.
Oh yeah, sway bar end link that we didn't replace. Brake wear sensor. Didn't replace it, or didn't put it back in.
Yeah, you got a big leak guy up here.
Yeah. Probably, this is the kind of stuff I just take to Zach because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
And Zach does.
Yeah. He works on these things every day. So, I don't know. He can figure it out. He's a good dude. But, oh, yeah. There's our alignment issue.
Oh, yeah. She's a little bent there.
So, bent tie rod there. So we need that. And then let's get this wheel off, but I'm pretty sure that strut It is bent. It also didn't fit like wheels very well. Like they were really, really close to the
strut.
Yeah, like they like needed spacers. So that's another reason that I think maybe it's bent. Another thing that's been added since before is Alex came and brought me the engine cover, so it's starting to look a little bit better in here. And then my buddy Raymond just told me he has cabin air filters and this whole cowl piece. So slowly but surely we're getting her good.
The build.
The build.
The build.
While Chris works on the strut, I'm gonna do an unboxing here. We've got this Bilstein, says here 2213 6572, probably very important for the video. Can I go ahead? I just bought this from AutoZone. It's OEM tools, not sponsored. You can see it's just pretty standard packaging here with Bilstein. They've got their logo and then a picture of a strut. Very nice stuff.
Is that your carpet knife?
Yeah.
It's not. It's just a regular razor blade knife.
Yeah, but it works for carpet too. All right, so straight away we open the box and we're met with cardboard. Really gives you the impression that this thing's well packaged. What else do we have here? Cardboard's folded in kind of like a sunflower petal design. Show you guys that. Very fancy. Got some packing paper. Always good. Yep, it's a strut. And it is 2213 6572. So you know, the parts match the box. This is it for today's unboxing. Once Chris gets that out, we're gonna go ahead and throw it together.
Pro, dude. All right, we got it out, and right here is where all the bend is. If you can see from that angle where it goes back in, that's all supposed to be straight.
Yeah,
So-
she's pretty mint.
So there's our bend. So let's get our, I can't believe the top hat's still good the way it was bent around. Oh dude, we got a,
Oh man. Race car delivery.
must be for Will. He's a big Honda van guy.
Yeah. He's more into those supercharged Toyotas, but
Previous is the
Yeah.
shit.
Previous
Everybody's
are the
into
shit.
Everybody's
but you know, he settles for a VTEC.
You gotta get what you can get, man.
Exactly.
All right, wouldn't do this at home. Done.
Nothing but new parts here.
I actually kind of care about this thing, so buying like nice stuff for it. I didn't just go buy the cheapest shock available. I tried to buy the one that was on it.
Right.
It's kind of a bummer, but Alex had literally just put brand new ones on.
Oh really?
Yeah, I mean, I just got brand new brakes. Like this thing is like actually maintained.
Yeah, that is a bummer. No, there's no reason not to keep this. I mean, it's paid for itself at this point.
Yeah, it's practically free now. And it's a nice car. And it's pretty quick. I think we're going to try and do some track stuff with it this year. Wow.
Spring bent too. Spring is pissed.
Spring is kind of bent. Alright guys, so we just got the strut installed on. An important thing, anytime you're taking out a bushing that like rotates on suspension type stuff, make sure to put it in the position that it's gonna sit most of the time before you tighten it. That way that it's not like putting strain on the bushing just sitting. I need a short 18. Like on E34s and E39s and E38s, a big thing is those thrust arm bushings. When they go bad and people just replace them, don't tighten that rear bushing like when it's up at that angle, with it at full droop, use a pull jack or something to hold the strut up, or if it's on the ground, put a wheel or something under it to hold it up, so that when you tighten it, it's in its happy place. Instead of tightening it down at this, then you put a wheel on it, and then it's already trying to flex and break that bushing from the first time you install it. So,
Chris tip of the day.
yeah. All right, so we're almost done. Just gotta tighten this one.
Answer the phone and
Ride height sensor, and we on the way. Things have progressed. We found beer. Nick showed up and he's doing E30 trailing arm things. That axle was mega stuck, but teamwork made the dream work with some hammers. We started doing bumper stuff. We bought a parts car, I think I mentioned that. The bumper wasn't great. Hamish just pulled it off of it, but it looked better than the one I had.
Mainly here.
Well, and here, all this chipping.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So this one still has like a few marks here and there, and here it's a little cracked and scuffed. But you know what? It's the same color, and apparently well, they are different. Look at that. It is a different bumper.
Oh.
Look at all of this is down here, and that one goes into the crease.
Yeah. This is like more of an M lipping on it. Or like,
I hope that there's not a difference between like LCI and pre-LCI in the way that they fit the car. I think it's just the trunk that's different.
I think it'll fit fine, yeah.
So we're gonna throw her on and put it down, and hey, this one doesn't have any diesel soot on it, so we're good. What's up? There's music. I'm gonna try and talk over it. It's Nick's music, by the way. Oh, you're good. But bumper is on. Looks pretty good. So onto a fender.
I think you're
You got some assistance in you?
Yeah, I can assist you. I don't really know how this is supposed to go together.
I feel like this somehow goes into this. Maybe it like clips.
I see where it bolts
It goes
in.
under it.
Oh, okay, okay. Hold on. It goes under this?
It goes under this rubber.
Okay.
No, like the top goes over it, the clip goes under. All right, Lost Man.
Yeah, I'm super
Big ass
lost.
clips on it.
Oh, hold on. That's in the way.
All these clips.
Oh, okay, yep. We're gonna put you down. Now the engine cover is covered
Yeah, it's
with
like
other covers.
covers. Bum W's.
BMW's like, we heard you liked plastic. We got you. But there's a fender on now, guys, and
And the paint is like a pretty close match. Close
Yeah.
enough for the girls I roll with.
yeah.
My wife is really nice.
But it doesn't even look like it was wrecked now.
On
So
this side, yeah.
that's an improvement.
We sort of reattached the front bumper. I have an M3 bumper over there, but it's unpainted and it's from eBay. And this whole corner is like folded in. So I think I have to like mount it to the car to get it to like form right and hit it with heat or something. So I don't know. I'm just gonna rock this one for a while and we'll just leave that one on the shelf. But we're gonna go get the tie rod and the end link and then get this knocked out.
What's up, guys? It's day 2 on the diesel build, and today we're doing tie rod end stuff. So the inner tie rod was bent on the diesel E90, and we thought it was the outer, so we ordered a nice outer, and then couldn't really get it removed, and it found out that it was the inner that was actually bent. So went ahead and bought new ones of each. Gonna throw them together, put it in, and hopefully this car drives like stock. But you can see this is the current one that, or this is the replacement one that Chris put in, but this ball joint section is shorter on the iX versus the rear wheel drive here. So just little fun information for you today, and probably just gonna throw in this tie rod and hopefully car is good. Chris is on his way. He'll show up at some point.
All right, you got that installed, and a pretty sway bar end link, new control arm, but that's quite old now, and new strut. So that's all nice and pretty. Got a nice fender in there, and a more decenter bumper. So it's always an improvement. This is nice, but yeah, I think that's about it for this video, guys. So thank you everybody for watching. We're gonna hopefully get this on the track soon and see how it performs, but I think it's gonna mainly stay as a daily. So either way, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Maybe you'll see that, or maybe you've already seen it. So some pretty cool stuff coming up.